Hey, good afternoon, everybody. I guess I'm re-recording this video too because I'm an idiot and I didn't turn the mic on. So let's take a look at gold, silver, the S&P 500, and Bitcoin, and the date is May 11th. All right, going over to gold. Gold is looking pretty bullish to me. I like the fact that we've had a sell-off right here at the top. We've also had a huge pullback. The pullback is plenty, in my opinion. And where we're closing is more important to me. This is a bullish candle so far. So as long as we maintain a bullish stance, I think we're going to continue to the upside and we can hit this 200 period moving average. We may also trade sideways because of the RSI, but I think that we have the potential to go into the overbought region. So I'm bullish on gold. All right, going over to silver. I'm much more bullish on silver than I am gold. I think silver is going to be leading gold at this moment, and I think that we are on target to hit this $28.29 area rather soon, potentially by the end of week. We have plenty of room on the RSI to go up. We can go into the overbought region, no problems. And we're definitely, if we're closing here, we're definitely making the highest close in, since February. So we've been trading in this range for a long time, and this is a nice reversal. Just clean, very clean bottom, clean uptrend, clean acceleration. I like silver's chart a lot. Very, very nice and clean. All right, S&P 500, ask and ye shall receive. We had our correction. We've touched the lower supporting upper bounds trend line, or ascending trend line. And one thing I do want to make a quick note of is that these bounces between touching this trend line are getting shorter and shorter. That is usually a sign that we are likely to top soon. So I don't know if it's going to be this one. We may have topped here because a 1 to 4 candle correction, this is the one. The one candle correction is right now. If we have more corrections, we are going to be, if we have 2 more weeks of this, we're underneath this trend line. And then we're probably going to come back and touch the 30 period moving average. Ideally, I would like to touch the top of this channel again, just because I think that this looks like money printing. That looks like steady growth. All right, but bullish on the S&P 500 with the exception of this 1 to 4 candle pullback. If we go more than 4 weeks, if we go more than a month of pullback, then I am expecting a full 9 count to form and potentially some downside all the way into probably the 50 period moving average. I think that's a good spot at that point because that would be 9 weeks out. So just to draw the trend, that would take us, so right here, about 38. That would be a good spot. We have support in this area. All right, let's go over to Bitcoin, which I just had a long rant about, but you guys didn't hear it, and neither will I, apparently, because I didn't record any audio. So looking at the weekly chart has a giant ascending triangle on it. We're still within the range of the triangle. It's extremely bullish to see this. Where we're closing as well on the daily or on the weekly charts is important. The fact that we continuously are closing above this 7 period moving average is impressive. We've had 1 candle close below it. We immediately wicked back above it, and now we're trying to check and see if we are actually going to hold this 7 period. If we hold the 7 period moving average on the weekly, I expect either a green 2 to form within the channel, within the triangle, or a breakout of a green 2 going above a green 1 outside of the triangle, which would be next week. That would be the signal for me. That's my expectation currently. Going over to the daily chart. The daily chart paints a slightly different picture. What the daily is telling me right now is that we have a channel that's formed in this area. We've touched the bottom yesterday on that flash crash, and we are trying to pierce the midpoint of the channel. However, we have a lot of heavy resistance. We have the 30 period and the 7. And the 7 has not really turned around yet. The 7 will be descending soon. The 30 is still descending. Now, looking at the daily chart, I'm much less bullish than I am on the weekly. But that depends on where the closes go. If we start closing above the midpoint of the channel, I become much more bullish. If we can close this too, and we can close tomorrow's candle. Tomorrow's candle is key. If we can close a full body candle above the midpoint of the channel, I think that's the fat lady singing right there in terms of the lows. The one thing you'll note is that we are ascending on this channel. We're just not doing it very, very steeply. But the area on the breakdown of the channel that I'm very, very interested in seeing, if we're going to hit it, the area I'm looking at to potentially enter a position is right here on the confluence of the 128 period moving average that's ascending and the triangle bottom. And what I'm also looking for is a position where we're above this green line, which means I don't think that we are going to close anything below this low. And I can redraw the triangle a little bit. I can always fudge a triangle a little bit more to make it work. So if we end up down here and we see a crash, which would take us to 49.5 today, 49.2 today, but what I'm expecting is maybe Thursday or Friday if we're going to have a correction like that at 50. If we're going to have the $50,000 bottom test again, and we're going to say this is the new floor, we've established the triangle, the triangle's real, happy birthday, basically. I'm expecting this area to be the spot to buy. Like, this is the area that's telling me everything, saying buyers get in here now. And the daily chart, I don't think we'll hit the RSI low off that. We had to fall quite a bit further than, like, we had to fall a lot farther than we did currently. Like, it took a pretty good chunk, and we're higher on the RSI right here than we were back here. So again, this is bullish divergence right here for me. Do I think we can hit it? We do have a chance. We do have a chance of coming down here. It's going to depend on where the daily closes on this candle. The 4 hour is a 2 going above a 1. It puts you in a long trade. All right, if you're trading the DeMark system, mine would be, hey, look, okay, we broke this RSI bottom right here. We're going up, and we are above the 7 period moving average. We've broken out of that, and now we're trying to retest this 30. The 30 period moving average is flat right now. That's good news. It's good news that it's flat and it's not descending on you. Because if it starts descending, then we're going to have a little bit of a problem. The 128 period moving average on the 4 hour is flat. That's also good news. It's flat in the sense that as long as we're maintaining our stance above here, it's going to start eking up, which is going to cause support to rise. So I like the position we're in right now. I will be much more comfortable with the 4 hour close on this 2 candle being above this midpoint on the channel. It can happen towards the end of the day if we're going to play that game. I would much prefer to see the 2 candle decide to be above on the close right here and not just wick into it and then get rejected. I do not really want to see a rejection, because when I start going to the lower level time frames, it starts scaring me a little bit more, especially this. This is not good for me. This is bad. Lower and lower volume tells me weaker and weaker buyers and weaker sellers. That tells me that the sellers are like, well, let them go up a little bit higher. We can take their money up there. So momentum is dropping is what the volume's telling me. Now the RSI is bullish. I mean, it's looking good. The RSI can, you can run the RSI for a while. The nice thing is we are crossing over on the moving averages on the 1 hour right now, and we're crossing over in a bullish way. We're still below the 200 period or the 128 on the 1 hour, but that can change rapidly. I don't like this candle right now. It's not looking good. All right, everyone, have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Caution area for Bitcoin is basically the theme of today. We don't know. We'll find out. All right. Have a good one. Bye.